Hi, Craig. Such a pleasure to meet you. How you doing? I love your jacket. It's very cool. So, give us a brief intro to the Phantom of the Opera, but also, how did you discover Maurice Flitcroft's story and want to put it on the big screen?
Story is Maurice Flitcroft, a crane operator in Barrow in the 1970s, gives up being that and goes into the British Open, gets in, records the worst ever record, and they ban him from playing golf. What drew me to it was, the character, really the world. Like, I just felt like I knew him. He felt like a family member, like somebody that I'd grown up with. And how much of a flipping renegade he was. Like, just wouldn't take no for an answer. And he made me feel, I think the best way to describe Maurice Flitcroft is that he's like confidence. He makes me feel that confidence is a stain that the people that want to, can't wipe off at all. And that's what I love about Maurice.
And you've got an incredible cast you put together. Mark Rylance for the main character, but also Sally Hawkins you've worked with before. I'm a recent fan. So how do you know these were the right people for your film?
Sally Hawkins is the right person for every film. I love Sally Hawkins so much. And Mark Rylance is Mark Rylance. He's just so good. There were people that we talked about before this and like who would be right. And I wanted a character actor and somebody that was like a serious actor that is also very funny. And I'd seen him be funny in several things, and like in interviews that he'd done, I'd seen him be incredibly funny. So I knew that he was right. And then about the other characters, it was about giving people a break, finding like talent that hadn't been maybe discovered, and that was it.
And it does feel like there's a great British tradition in these kind of underdog stories. What is it about these that we love so much, and why is also now a great time to have this after the pandemic we've all suffered?
Well, it's the idea that every dream is worthy and that you can go for whatever you want. I think we love them so much because, number one, a movie about an underdog is a great journey, so there's going to be loads of ups and downs. Hopefully you're going to cry and you're going to laugh if it's a good film. But mostly I think it's because we go to the cinema to escape, and when we see somebody that's like, I'm going to do something, like if we go to the cinema and watch 8 Mile and we see Eminem try and battle rap at the end, you're like, flipping heck, absolutely, I want to rap. Or maybe you don't, but that's how I felt after watching that movie. So I think that's what's good about an underdog story.
And great to be here at LFF as well.
Honestly, I love LFF. I love it so much. Honestly, it's so good. Very grateful to be here.
Enjoy it.
The movie is about essentially Maurice Flitcroft, who is for some reason I was going to describe Titanic and I don't know why. He was a crane operator in the 1970s, decided to play golf and get into the British Open, and he recorded the worst ever record, got banned, but then he didn't stop at that. And why I love him so much is that he's a complete renegade, and I think why I connected to it so much was I'm kind of from like the same background as Maurice, like in the corner of Wales, and anybody that like defies or goes against their birth lottery or any like odds that you're given and says screw that, I love that. I think it's amazing. That's why I love it and love him. It's great. Mark is cold as ice. Warm. Mark is cold as ice. No, he's amazing. What makes him so good? I mean, he's flipping Mark. He's Mark Rylance. Like, he's basically like having all the tools in the world. It's like having it's like being the conductor of an orchestra, and like you have the best players, and that's basically what it is. Like he can do absolutely anything, go anywhere, and he can be committed to it. I'm maybe a little bit I prep too much, and I'm very like prescriptive almost with like the way I direct. And he was totally up for that for somebody who looks about 12. So that was great. To breathe the same air that Beyonce did, honestly, it's everything. It's absolutely everything. To be at Liverpool Festival is everything. I love it so much. Honestly, I'm so happy my film is here. I can't stop smiling. I love LFF.